What is going on, everybody? I got another video here for you today. What I've attempted to do with this video is get my ugly self out of it, so hopefully I am, and just let you see all the monitors. I hope this works. I'm still working on some capture issues that I'm having. There's some tweaks I need to work out, and but hopefully soon I'll be able to direct capture from all three screens. Right now it's being buggy for some reason, so this is my first three monitor setup, so I'm still working on it. Anyways. So what I wanted to bring to you today is something pretty cool. If you are familiar at all with simulation racing, which anybody that's probably watching these videos or gaming videos, you probably are. So you're familiar with iRacing. You're probably also familiar with Inside Sim Racing, which is a YouTube channel. There's also, he's got a Facebook page and he's got an actual web page. And what this is here is the forums, which if you are at all, on this left screen over here, if you are at all into sim racing or want to know anything about it or really anything, I mean, this is the central hub for a knowledge base. Anything you could want to know, I mean, it's right here on Inside Sim Racing forums. And honestly, these guys, I think, have helped shape what the sim community is now. I mean, this forum and this website and the YouTube channel has really, I honestly feel like they've helped strengthen the simulation community. I mean, this was the website that got me to make the transfer from consoles to actual simulation racing, like titles like iRacing and things like that. But what I want to talk to you about today is I'm a frequent flyer on the website. I'm very new with iRacing. I'm about a month in or so, so my knowledge base of what the game has to offer, what tools it has, I don't know everything. And the game it's so in-depth. I mean, it's hard for especially a new user to know if they're utilizing all the tools correctly and things like that. So here, about a week or so ago, I have converted from a single monitor to this triple monitor setup, which you're seeing right now, and which means I had to redo my field of view. So I've gained a lot of width. So I punched all the specs into the sim, and it gave me a field of view, a number that I was supposed to use. And when I went to the game, I wasn't too crazy about it. I didn't really like it. But I didn't have a lot of knowledge of what the whole field of view thing is. So I did some research, posted some threads, and got some information, and I found out something really cool. And if you've been in iRacing for a long time, I know you probably already know how to do this. And if you do, you can skip this video because this isn't for you. But this is for the other new users that may not know how to do this. So a big problem that I was having, especially in the oval racing, when I'm doing the fast, the high-paced, large oval tracks in the 200-mile-an-hour cars, I feel more comfortable, more secure if I can see out the passenger side window as well. So with the point of view it was giving me, I was very close to the dashboard, and I could see the majority out the driver's side window, but I couldn't see hardly anything out the right. So when you're running 2 and 3 wide, it's scary. And if you've been on iRacing, it's very important to drive safely. And if you make a mistake, you can take 5-10 people out so easily. So having that visual sight and that width is what inclined me to go to triple monitors. So I posted this thread right here. I don't think you're quite close enough to it to see, but over here on this left monitor, I posted a thread, and it was basically asking everybody what it was supposed to ask was, what is your preferred monitor field of view? And I put this post up a couple days ago, and I got some replies, and a lot of replies, people were saying, move it from what iRacing says. Some says keep it right on what it says. I'd say about 90% of people say leave it where it is. So long story short, I have to throw props out to this guy too. I don't know him personally, but I have seen him floating the forums. I think he's someone kind of important up here. He might be a moderator or something like that. But his main title is Uncle, U-N-K-L-E, and then I think he also goes by Mr. Momo as well. And he commented, because what I did by mistake was, if you can actually see this, I titled this, what is your preferred triple monitor POV? So by mistake, I said point of view. Where down here in the text, I'm talking about field of view, which unbeknownst to me, I assumed they were the same thing. I knew how to change field of view and a point of view and a field of view. I just assumed it was the same thing on iRacing. He had in fact given me the information that those are two different things and that I don't need to, no one needs to mistake the two for the same. And he said that the recommendation is to keep the field of view exactly what iRacing recommends. So I'm going to test this car on track and get this to pull up real quick. And I'm going to run you through that real quick. Of course, you probably know what that is. Still going to show you anyways whenever this pops up. But yeah, so this, I'm really happy that this guy told me about this because I had no idea. Like I said, there's tools in this game I don't even know exist, you know. So it's just really cool to be able to find something new every day. So everybody knows that in your options under graphics, this top right corner is the menu for your field of view. And I've got a few things wrong right here just because I was trying to, matter of fact, I'll go ahead and change that back. I was trying to direct capture, but it wasn't working, so I was trying to remove the bezels. Okay, so my dimensions for field of view, I've got 24.5 monitor width, including bezels, 23.5 excluding monitor bezels, and my viewing distance is about 33 inches, believe it or not. The way this desk set up temporarily now, I can't get any closer. Hopefully one day we'll be able to. So anyways, it gives me a field of view of 121. And that looks like this, okay? So as you can see over there on that right-hand screen, I can't see hardly anything out of that window over there. But when you keep your field of view correct, iRacing makes sure that everything out there that you're looking at, excuse me, in your view is realistic and proportioned to what it would be if you were actually sitting in the car. If you come off of that suggested field of view, you start making things larger or smaller than they actually are. So that's what the importance is of keeping that field of view the same. So I think I'm stuck, right? Well, what can I do then? I can't see out of the car. Am I stuck with this? And this guy says, no, you can change your point of view, which is something different than field of view. I didn't know that. So on the forum, he talked me through how to do it, which was very cool. And I'm going to kind of relay that. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to relay this to you in physical terms and show you how to do it. Because if you don't know how to do this, this is really helpful. So if you go into a practice session like I did and just click test and let the car sit there for 30 seconds or however long I was talking to you, it's going to create a replay. Once it creates a replay, you're going to hit, when you hit escape, it automatically creates the replay and it starts playing. Just pause it while you're sitting there right here in the pits or whatever. And I had no idea, but if you hit the command control F12 at the same time, brings up that box. And I don't know how much of this is really zoomed in where you can see it, but I'm going to just basically tell you what it is. This is the camera edit for the replay function. And I had briefly heard of that before, but I didn't care about the replays because I don't do much with them. What I did not know is that if you change the replay camera dimensions and the axes for the in-car camera, this one you're looking at here, cockpit is what it's called, cam cockpit, it will save that, and that's what you'll see during the race. So, for example, there's an offset X, Y, and Z, which is your normal, if you know anything about GPS or any kind of mathematical geomatics. I mean, that's what that is. You're up, you're down, you're sideways, stuff like that. It's also got some orientations you can change. The one that I was so cool, excited to find out that he told about is this offset X. What this will do is, if you'll notice, it's not going to change anything in the background. All of that is going to stay. What's outside of the car will stay the same, but I can physically move my seat backwards. Okay? See, that is awesome. My field of view has not changed. Everything has remained the same size. It's still all proportional to what it should be, but I've moved around the car. If you're exactly opposite of what I like and you think you're too far in the car at your field of view, then you can do the opposite. You can come in here and you can push it even farther up to where you're closer to the steering wheel. Again, I tell you, this is not changing anything out there in your field of view. Your field of view is remaining the same. Your point of view is changing. That's so important because you're going to be able to maintain your lap times. You're going to be able to hit your apexes because your proportions are not changing. And when your proportions change, things appear to come up quicker or slower than what they did before, and you don't want that. You want them to always be consistent. So you come into this menu and you physically change this stuff. All right, and you know, I like to keep mine at a negative or an offset of, I think it's at a hang on, I think I've got it gapped up now. I messed with it too long. All right, that's at a 0 there. I like to go to a, I think 0.1 is about the height. Yeah, 0.1 is as high as it'll let you go before there's, you know, your seat's in the way. You can't go back any farther. But if you'll see over there on that right monitor, hopefully you can see that edge. I mean, you can see out that window. That gives me a lot more security, especially in those NASCARs, because I can see who's over there beside me as well as who's over here. You can also change your Z. If you're too low in the car, too high in the car, you can change all this stuff. Let's see here. That will move you sideways. You know, if you think your pillar's a little bit too close, you can slide that over. There's just so many things you can do. I think you can change your rotation. Yeah, rotation left to right. You can also change this, down, up. This just opens up your opportunities in iRacing to just make your cockpit however you want. And the most important thing is not changing your field of view, because that is very important. I didn't realize that, but I've done a lot of research. So that's enough blabbering on about it, but I hope that showed you what you can do, and I hope it helps somebody out, especially the new racers, because we don't know. You get out there and you get beat down because all these people have all this knowledge. There's a lot of it you can find on Inside Sim Racing, but it helps to have a video. So I hope this was halfway helpful for you guys, and I'm going to post this up, and if you have any questions about what's physically on here and you can't see it, maybe I'll do a little close-up video if you need me to. But anyways, long story short, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped somebody, and I'll see you in the next video.